It's time for Blumpkin and Friends, starring your host, the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
I think they said something about, like, a podcast or whatever. I don't know.
Hey, kids. I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin, and with me here today is my friend...
Graeme.
Of?
Oh, I'm from formerly of ITradio.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was like, wow,
Yeah.
way to totally get detoured right out of the gate.
Exactly. What's up?
Halloween.
Can I complain first?
About?
Firehouse subs.
I guess.
All right, I just need, because it happened today. So I go to Firehouse Subs for lunch after I talk to you. So like, hey, yeah, you want to do the show tonight? Yeah, sure. Go to Firehouse Subs. Yeah, do you want everything on your sub? Yep. Do you want the pickle on the side? Yep. Get to work, eat the first half of the sub, start to put the other half away and wrapping it back up. There's no fucking pickle. As I'm sitting there while I'm waiting for the dude to, as my, I don't even know what fucking, I think it was turkey, whatever was cooking. I don't even know what the hell I had for lunch. I know it was a sub. As he's waiting for my food to cook, he dumps a whole bucket of cut pickles into another container, so to get ready, never fucking gave me one.
I like that you don't remember what kind of meat was on it, but that you're this torqued about a missing fucking pickle.
It's like going to Subway and asking for 3 chocolate chip cookies, and you can see them in the fucking oven, and they tell you that they're not ready yet. That actually, like, the disappointment is right there, then and there. But this was at work, and I wanted the pickle, and there was no fucking pickle.
I feel like the cookie thing actually happened to you before.
It has. Twice.
Well, I think your first mistake is going to Subway.
Yeah. But I want my fucking cookies.
Yeah.
Or you get there, and they're like, no, some bitch fucking came in and ordered, like, 2 trays worth of cookies, so we had to cook a whole bunch more. Like, the workers weren't even happy about it. That happened once, too.
I hate it when I'm at work and they expect me to do work, or people create situations where I have to do stuff instead of sit around and be bored.
That's work.
Because I'm never bored at work. There's always shit hitting the fan. Although tomorrow there's going to be a sweet costume contest at one of the other buildings that are part of my company.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not going to do anything for it, and I'm not going to go there because I'm busy.
Oh. I'm dressing up as a red crayon.
Why?
Because we're all dressing up as crayons. I wanted black, but the coworker that got me the job, she already picked black. That's the only clothes I have is black. And I don't have only black clothes, but I still have those red shorts if you've ever seen them that are like 10 years old.
Yeah, I've seen so many shorts. Mostly black.
Mostly black. There's only one pair that's not black, and it's red.
Who the fuck decided you were all going to go as crayons?
I was in a meeting and came back. Hey, we're dressed up as crayons. Okay.
That's
cool.
it?
Yep. I wasn't going to dress up. And supposedly they've won Halloween costume contests in the past, but crayons, I don't know.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah. All I have to do is just wear red. And they're making construction paper.
Crayola labels?
Or at least for the hat, so it looks like it's sharpened.
You guys are all going to look like multicolored reservoir-tipped condoms.
That and cone heads.
Yeah, maybe.
I still need to text my coworker not to go in blackface, though.
Well, wait, is it going to be like the color black, or is it going to be like brown like a black person? Because one of those you could still get away with as part of the costume. If somebody's going as a brown crayon, somebody might be going as a brown crayon down to HR and explaining themselves around lunchtime.
Yeah, or if she just did the black charcoal mask thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Work. Yeah.
Huh. What an odd off-topic thing there. First subs and then colored
Crayons.
crayon. Someone from my office was talking today about, oh, you should come to work tomorrow dressed as an avocado. Not to me, but to someone in the next cubicle row because we can all fucking hear each other talk. And I'm just like, fucking avocado? I'm not even going to get, I'm just going to bury my nose in what I'm doing.
So what, are they supposed to have like the green costume with the stomach cut out and they're supposed to be bare-chested? I've seen that.
I don't know. It's all ladies. So if somebody's coming bare-chested, then it's going to be an interesting day.
Or I think it was the chick was pregnant, so it looked better as far as like the seed inside. So it was a half cut open avocado.
Oh. Thinking back on Halloweens of yesteryear, Have you ever gone and like pulled Halloween pranks?
Not really.
Do you know anybody that's pulled off any great Halloween pranks or done any Halloween vandalism, which is always a popular thing around this time of year?
No.
Well, that's of zero help.
I know.
Looks like I'm carrying the show today. When I was a kid, I desperately wanted to go hang out with friends from school on Halloween. Mm-hmm. A bunch of years in a row. And my parents would never let me do it because they're like, oh, you're going to go out and smash pumpkins in egg houses and get in trouble. I'm like, I just want to not be fucking stuck at home as a young teenager with my parents as they hand out candy and be like, somebody get the door, I'm in the bathroom. Because my mom always happens to be shitting when the kids start ringing the doorbell for fucking Snickers fun-size bars.
Oh, you're not the cool family that has the fucking full-size, king-size?
My parents would never do that shit. My mom will buy way too much candy, like 10 minutes before she thinks no one else is coming. She'll go, Roger, you got to hand out more. I got all these bags left. Which is really just she bought a lot.
So she can eat them later.
So she and he can eat them later, and we all just eat ourselves into borderline pre-diabetes.
There you go.
It's ridiculous. So I never got to go out and do that. So then years later when I could drive, there was one particular Halloween where some friends and I went out, and this was in my old 88 LeSabre.
Okay.
Kind of boxy, decent-sized four-door sedan. And what we did is we kept making my friend Neil get in the trunk of the car. And then we'd stop at random places, and then he'd push the lid open on the trunk, hop out and go running down the street. It was mostly funny. Except for one time we pulled over, we were going to talk to some kids, and he was going to do it. And thank Christ he didn't. Because across the street, we didn't notice, is a cop who just whoop whoop with the cherries to make us just move along like he knew we were up to something.
I did go trick-or-treating on New Year's Eve once.
Why?
So at like 5 p.m., I think Kmart, when Kmart's were still open, but at 5 p.m., we went to Kmart and we were going through like the clearance dollar section and they had Power Ranger masks. Uh-huh. So we picked up Power Ranger masks and we were just bored. We weren't thinking that we were going to go trick-or-treating. We just bought because they were like $1. So fuck yeah. So we go back to my friend's house and we're like, hey, we should go to trick-or-treat at somebody's house that still has Christmas lights up, because if they still have Christmas lights up 7 days after Christmas, they must be festive.
I like your logic.
Yeah, exactly. So we get there. What are you doing in my house? No. She's like completely freaking out. Like, if you guys come back, we're going to call the cops. 5 minutes later, we're walking down the streets. Cops roll up. Were you guys the ones that were trick-or-treating? Nope. What are the masks on your head? Because we had them up on our heads.
Good alibi. Lying to the cops and
exactly.
Evidence in plain sight.
They're like, yeah, just don't do it again. And the other thing, too, is the cops sitting there and they're like flashing us to make sure like nothing else is on us. And they just stop and look at my shorts.
Yeah.
Because it was about 10 degrees.
And you're wearing shorts, so
exactly.
He immediately thought you were on drugs.
Pretty much. Because I had just turned 16. Yeah. If we made it one more block, we would have made it back to my friend's house.
You shouldn't have been lollygagging.
Exactly.
Because I didn't let the cop on the side of the road discourage me.
She told us that she wasn't going to call the cops. She said if we come back, she's going to call the cops. We didn't ask to rob her. We just wanted some fucking candy.
It's good thinking.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the cop.
So I didn't let the cop being on the side of the road discourage us. We kept Neil in the trunk, and then we pulled around a block and a half down and stopped, which was the signal to get out. And he hops out. And he's like, hey, what the fuck? I had stopped in front of Showplace Theaters. And people see him getting out of the trunk, and I just peeled away. And he's just like, no idea what's going on. I parked around the side of the building. It was great. But now that I'm older and I haven't done anything like that in a while, I really would like to go out and pull pranks. Like, if it was warmer, I'd be all about making a leaf pile and just being underneath it and just jumping out at kids and throwing the candy at them, not handing it to them.
My ex-coworker, her ex-boyfriend, had the huge gorilla costume, and so she'd set him up next to the door, and the kids would come up, they'd ring the doorbell, and then as soon as they were done, he'd scare them off. And so the next year after they broke up, she just put the costume out on the chair next to the door. Mm-hmm. People would come up, that's the house with the ape, we're not going up there, they're going to scare us. So half the people didn't even show up to their house because the ape was sitting outside. She had the light on, but they thought that he was going to run after him again.
That's good thinking. That's a great way to keep people from fucking interrupting your evening.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked me like a week and a half ago on Facebook, there's just this random post, and she goes, hey, does anybody want to go out and cause any Halloween mischief? I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like going around and looking at decorations and just shouting obscene things out the car window? Or can we stop and like maybe take a shit into a pumpkin? Most people will smash a pumpkin, which I think is rude. That child worked very hard on that pumpkin. What you got to do is shit in the pumpkin. And you just leave the turd there, and God knows how long before they find it, and it's going to stink a little bit. And then when they go to light the candle on Halloween, ta-da!
Oh, so this is before Halloween?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she wanted to do it pre-Halloween, which makes it even more of a head fuck because you don't expect to get shit pranked in your jack-o'-lanterns a week and a half before Halloween.
I was thinking that you were going to go shit in the pumpkin while it was lit, because that would have been pretty cool too.
Nah, because then like the heat might rise from the candle and singe my butt hairs. And as hilarious of an injury as that is to describe to the ER staff, I really don't have the great insurance to fund that.
It's kind of like pissing on the
electric
fences
fence
where it comes back up.
It zaps your dick.
What is it going to be like? This long stringy shit, and all of a sudden,
diarrhea. You're going to diarrhea onto an electric fence, and you're going to spray it like a fucking salad shooter.
Comes back up,
and then the current's going to jump from squirt to squirt in the span of a split second right up into your asshole.
There you go.
It'll almost be like what furriers do to animals before they stuff them or strip them of their coats.
How old were you the last time you went trick-or-treating?
That's a good question. Let me think. Probably 6th or 7th grade.
Fucking lame, dude.
Why?
I was up through high school, and then I went trick-or-treating when I was 21.
You're from Wisconsin. There's a difference.
I went trick-or-treating in Buffalo, Minnesota when I was 21.
That people expect that kind of shit out in the sticks, not around these parts.
You're really tall. Yeah, we play basketball. That's what we told him. You want to know who was also with me? Fucking Sick Nick Mondo.
Was he dressed up like Sick Nick Mondo?
No. We were both... He went to Axeman and got biohazard suits.
Uh-huh.
And so we just wear those. But because they're the dollar biohazard suits, as soon as you start breathing, it covers
fogs up everything.
Which actually helped because then they couldn't tell how old we were.
Because of the 5 o'clock shadow from you shaving that morning.
Exactly. And they, one lady was like, you're awfully tall. Yeah, we play basketball. But we were also with my ex-girlfriend's cousins and so we were going with them, and the whole crew is all behind us, like the parents and family of Josiah and them. But nope. Yep, only 2 people. Everybody else gave us candy. And there's that whole thing like, would you rather people go trick-or-treating or cause mischief? Like the 30-year-old people that are talking on this podcast right now that want to shit in pumpkins.
Yeah, what's wrong with being a 37-year-old father of many children and then teaching them it's okay to crap in somebody else's jack-o'-lantern? Nothing at all.
And then...
or tackling those big inflatables they have.
And then later that night, I turned right on red on the U of M campus and got popped with turning right on red.
Because you can't around the campus?
Or at least that particular spot.
Was there a sign?
I guess.
Did you go back and look?
Yeah. It was there, but I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay.
How many times because it was right near Mondo's house, or where he was living, and I guess I didn't ever go down that particular road, but as we're sitting there and the cops are behind us, he wanted to get out and just leave. I'm like, that's not going to fly. Because there was 2 cops, because the one was like training, so he had to give us the ticket. He's like, yeah, I'm training, I have to give you a ticket, sorry. But
wait, hang on. I'm training, so I have to give you a ticket. Not I'm learning how this goes.
Yeah.
I have to write practice tickets, so luck of the draw, fuck you guys. If I'm Mondo,
and then later
I would have ran off into the night,
no,
and then you should have peeled away.
As he's in there, he puts on his fucking biohazard suit while we're sitting in the car, and I guess 2 other cops came by, and they were trying to figure out... They weren't worried about us, they were just trying to figure out what the costume was. And then did we
they were.
Did we go to the bar in our costumes? Nope. And the bar was actually empty. I don't even know which bar we went to. It was someplace downtown.
Oh, see, I thought you were using double speak and you actually had gone, but you didn't go, so that's lame.
No, we did go, but there was like absolutely no one there.
You're confusing me. There's so many extra negatives. I really want to shit in some pumpkins. I haven't shit into anything that's not meant to be shat in a long time.
And around my house, you'd think that people, because there's the idiots next door and other people around, there are pumpkins that sit out for like 2 weeks. Only one street, maybe 2 pumpkins last year were smashed. All the rest of them were fine.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. You know what I think would be another good prank? Is to buy a bunch of Reese's peanut butter cups.
Don't fuck with the Reese's peanut butter
Hang
cups.
on. I haven't even explained what I'm doing to them yet.
I had 3 before I came here.
You eat them, and then you put the paper back inside, and then you just carefully tape them shut. So you're really just handing out empty wrappers and laughing your ass off.
So it's kind of like doing the Starburst thing. Rewrapping the Starburst and getting it back to the square and then putting it back in there.
Yeah, but it's easier to keep the form of a Reese's peanut butter cup wrapper, I would think, than a fucking Starburst. Jesus Christ, why don't you just start making tiny ships and bottles for the amount of effort?
That's just too much work.
Right.
Plus, I don't have a bottle.
Another thing that we have, apparently as a thing, is spray chalk. Have you ever seen spray chalk?
That's shit that would have been on like fucking Nickelodeon in the 80s.
And it always ends up getting on stuff on our porch. Not that they're using it, it just falls over and then it makes a tiny squirt onto the table or the concrete or something else. I think because it's better than graffiti with spray paint, you can spray chalk a bunch of cocks and balls onto driveways of houses that don't have lights on, and then they'll find out, oh, I should have given out some candy.
Last year, too many kids didn't want to push our doorbell because we have the Nest Cam doorbells, and they were too scared to push it. It's like, dude, but we can fucking see you. And speaking of which, so new neighbors next to Bethany's mom's, so she lives 3 houses down from us.
Yeah.
Oh, they decided with one of the idiot neighbors to start ding-dong ditching, except it's 5 in the afternoon in the middle of summer, which means it's light out. The whole point of ding-dong ditching was to ding-dong ditch and run and not have it where that happened. So, idiot next door, the first time they did it, they're like, no, we're not going to do that because they call the cops. What did we do this time? We just went to the mom next door. Yeah, your kids are, they didn't ding-dong ditch. She opened up the door. She's looking at the camera, like, and knocks on the window.
And then runs away.
Yeah, but then they ran behind the fence, like,
To watch.
It's like
fucking amateurs.
Yeah. And so instead they decided to, Bethany and her mom, because she was over there, walked over and like, yeah, your kids are ding-dong ditching people on the street and we have cameras. You have cameras? You didn't fucking know. How the fuck do you think we caught you last year and knew which girl fucking threw eggs at our house?
Yeah, dummy.
And the cop said, hey, you changed clothes. But they never picked up on that part. Yeah.
Sneaky.
Oh, there's a camera up there. Yeah, and there's a camera on the fucking doorbell that your sister looked at too, you dumb bitch.
That's a good point. Mm-hmm. If you're going to go out and commit pranks, though, I think you should be in costume. I don't think you should do it plain clothes. They did it plain clothes. They should have worn costumes or masks or something.
Exactly. But if it's 5 in the afternoon, you don't need masks.
Yeah, like I ding-donged to the ditch my neighbors once on my birthday when I was turning like 13 or something. And unfortunately, they knew it was us. I don't know how she knew, but she knew it was us. And her husband was pissed because it woke up their baby, which then wouldn't go back to sleep, so they couldn't go back to sleep, and he had to work all day. But I reconcile it by all the times that I went and caught her dog for her that would get off the leash and then run around the neighborhood almost getting hit by cars.
Nice.
So we should have worn masks or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but see what happens with masks is they call the cops and then they find you on New Year's.
That's why you don't keep the mask on your head. Just like, hey, are you guys the same guys that wore black ski masks and robbed a bank 20 minutes ago down the street?
No. We were the ones that robbed the bank 2 minutes down the street.
There you go.
Exactly.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Fucking still got the black ski masks on your head.
Now you just make commercials with black ski masks.
Yeah.
For safety or what the alarm companies and shit.
And now, Jeremy Irons raps.
Where the party going on tonight? It's Halloween. I got to get up on some green, before I show up on the scene. Creeping clean up out the Chevy, sporting county blue. Gripping the box of white owls, to put the weed into.
That was Jeremy Irons Raps.
You are listening to Blumpkin and Friends.
So are you guys giving out candy?
Yeah.
What kind of candy?
Fucking Reese's peanut butter cups.
Are
and
there
Kit
going to be
Kats.
any left?
Yeah, there should be.
Okay.
But I've got the ones that have the Reese's peanut butter or the regular
Reese's Pieces inside of them? So
But
the
those are just
extra
for me.
sugary ones.
But those are just for me.
Oh, okay.
And then, since no one can find this episode because I have it hidden, I think it was our first year of ITradio. So we were at Frosty's apartment and Sour's sitting there, and he's lived on the second floor. It was Frosty, myself, and Mattman. And we're sitting at his place. We're doing the fucking show. It wasn't live, but it would have been great because we could have turned the camera. But it was during the podcast. It was before the podcast I'm on, before we were on TPX radio. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, because he left his door unlocked, because Hot Donna was going to be coming home, all of a sudden, two old ladies fucking walk into his apartment, and it had maybe 5 feet before, like, it hit the hallway where you could go to the bathroom, bedrooms, or...
So you couldn't see anybody at first?
Yep, so they walk in, didn't knock. I don't even think it was their fucking apartment. Like, you don't knock to let somebody know you're coming in. So they walk in, and we're fucking doing the show, swearing up a storm, and they just look at us like we're in the wrong apartment.
Like you are?
Yeah, like...
Oh, Jesus. Fucking
and then they
dementia's
shot us.
an incredible
And then
disease,
they shot us.
isn't it?
No.
Then they shot us.
Yeah, too soon? Yeah, so they're looking at us. It's like...
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're referencing that Dallas police officer chick. Okay, go on.
So they're looking at us like, hi, oh, we're in the wrong apartment. Yeah, you think? And they just kind of stood there for another 5 seconds as we're like, we're not going to keep talking because you just... Thanks. And then about 2 minutes later, I threw a bag of candy at Brownie's nutsack.
Maybe those old ladies were just going door to door hoping to get some. They were lonely and looking for dick.
They were like, oh, we're in the wrong place. Yeah. I don't even know if they were on the right floor.
Jesus Christ. Can we use your bathroom? She shit her pants and she's got to change her briefs and it smells terrible and we've still got to traverse an entire flight of steps and it might wiggle out of the leg and call out of our dress and hit the steps.
And it was on Halloween too. Maybe they were just really old people. They were really young people dressed up as old people.
That could have been.
It was 2006 that Jackass was already done. Johnny Knoxville already dressed up as old man once.
Yeah, the bad grandpa.
Yep.
Maybe they were high.
They weren't sharing.
Well, here's the thing: is you heard about all these people that are making cracks about, oh, if your kids get edibles, turn them in.
No one's giving away their fucking edibles.
No shit. Who's that fucking stone that you accidentally hand out a bunch of fucking gummy bear weed ones?
Wait, no, that was condoms on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, yeah.
The grandpa, and then on... and then, Last Man Standing, it was Buds. They accidentally handed out some of his lace candy.
Oops.
Yeah. But that's because he owned the Buds.
But apparently there's all this worry that edibles are going to find their way into candy or people are going to give them out just to pull a prank on a kid. Like it's the new razor blade in a candy bar or something.
And that's when you want to fucking find out which houses are giving it away and you're going to go fucking be like, yep, nope, I'm not...
I have a whole trunk of costumes in the goddamn trunk of my car right now, and I'll come back 37 times if I have to, because I can make different combinations. I'll be every fucking Ninja Turtle. I just have to change my bandana. I'm coming 4 times, and I'm going to be high as fuck.
And then I'll put another costume on, and I'll just be a different costume Ninja Turtle. When they would make another whole series of them.
You mean like Ninja Turtles, The Next Mutation?
That, or when they're the Christmas Ninja Turtles, or random other costumes. I can't.
Don't forget the time that the Next Mutation Turtles crossed over to Power Rangers, or this.
Holy shit!
Hello, my children. It is I, Madame Esperanza, here to tell you about my newest beverage confection. Enjoy harvest flavor and refreshment with my new cranberry sage and pumpkin spice gypsy juice. Made with the flavor of your favorite festive gourd and live yeast cultures from the hood of my clitoral cornucopia. Your spirit will be charged with the effervescence of the festival of Samhain, where your taste buds dance in the ways of ancient spirits. Available now at our neighborhood bodegas. Madame Esperanza's gypsy juice. Taste my gypsy goodness.
Sergeant Spackle here again from Sergeant Spackle's Family Planning Clinic. Gentlemen, I cannot stress enough how badly I need your semen to help ugly women with no help of finding love conceive children. It's simple. You show up to a public place, climb inside of my ice cream truck, and pound one out. You'll be paid in cash, and my customers are required to sign a legal waiver alleviating you from any future responsibility. That means no bitch is going to drag you on Maury Povich and suddenly you are the father. All you need to do is call me at 1-900-289-5499. That's 1-900-BY-JIZZ, and I will schedule you for an appointment to fire off some knuckle children into a Dixie cup. From there, you just leave and refrain from asking any questions, cash in hand. And the best part is that these unmarriable females that you'll be fertilizing will now have a baby to distract them from going out in public and clogging up the local bars during ladies' night, leaving you with only the choicest of pussy to try to bed down. I know what you're thinking. This is not a joke. You get paid to make a baby with an otherwise unfuckable human being for the benefit of mankind. Sergeant Spackle's Family Planning Clinic. We want you. We want you. We want you to donate your spooge. Hi, it's the Body, and you're listening to Blumpkin and Friends. So bringing this back to Halloween, are you gonna, when you hand out candy, are you going to be in costume?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not going to be there until like 7 o'clock anyway.
Why, what do you got to do, Mr. Man About Town? Go to Firehouse Subs and complain about pickles that are missing?
Fuck yeah.
Go back to Subway and bitch about cookies that aren't ready?
Sometimes you go to Subway and they still have the cookies from the day before.
And sometimes you go to tell your kid, let's light up your pumpkin, that you cut the scary ghost face, and they're like, oh, okay, we gotta wait. Daddy's gotta shake this out. Someone pooped in the pumpkin.
Let's light it on fire and go put it in front of old man's mother's place.
That's my scary boo. You thought that you were going to get a treat, but you got tricked, bitch, and it's my dookie in your pumpkins. And I did it while wearing one of those giant penis costumes with the balls on the legs. Speaking of, I used to put safety tips up on the dry erase board at my desk at the jail. Mm-hmm. I'm going to wait for you to stop drinking before I finish this story, just to be safe.
Yeah. Go.
So I would take the penis and I would draw a penis with balls, and then I'd draw big fucking like California raisin sunglasses on him and give him like a big smile, like, you know? And it was Petey the Penis says, and then I'd put safety tips after it. And I would just leave it up there all the time. And I don't know how I never got caught or in trouble. Nobody ever reported Petey the Penis. And now I would like to go out dressed up as Petey the Penis, but I'd have to get those novelty-size sunglasses and hope that no uppity parent's going to call the cops on me.
Have you seen the British comedian that he would go around the parks as the giant penis? And he was doing the stand-up, and so he was talking about this kid that had cancer. And he's like, yeah, this kid had cancer. His family called me. They wanted me to come see him when he was in the hospital. And he was already planning his funeral, and he wanted to be at every, because he thought he was going to die.
Well, yeah.
So he's telling the story, and the kid's got his iPad out. He's like going through my list. Oh, this one's awesome. This is awesome. This one sucks. This one sucks. Right in front of the comedian, like, nope, this joke sucks. And so he wanted everybody to dress up as fancy dress. Mm-hmm. His dad was going to dress up as, but his favorite clip of the comedians or sketch, whatever, was the penis running around the parks scaring old ladies. So his dad was going to dress up as the Grim Reaper, and anytime anybody coughed or cleared their throat, he was going to stand up and fucking point to the door,
thumb like across the sickle, the throat.
Yep, sickle, and point at them like they were next. And so he's like, all right, that's cool. So what am I supposed to dress up as? I think you know. So he's going on and he's talking about how, yeah, so if I go to this kid's funeral, dress as this fucking penis, and get pulled over by a cop, yeah, so why are you dressed as a penis? I'm going to a funeral for a 15-year-old boy. Don't touch my helmet. And so kid, all of a sudden they thought it was going to be 3 more days that he was going to live, so they showed it back up. Then all of a sudden he got a call, cancer's gone, and So for the sketch, he's like, yep, so kid, guess what? He made it. He's like, yeah, I want you to come out. I'm going to do a sketch about it. I want you to come out. What am I supposed to wear? I think you know. So the kid had to
sounds
walk...
like Ricky Gervais.
No, some British dude.
Which is Ricky Gervais is British.
Maybe.
The guy from the British version of The Office.
No. This is some tall, skinny dude.
Okay. Well, he's definitely not tall or skinny.
Yeah. No. So so the kid comes out in the big penis costume.
That's tasteful. It's very tasteful. So, unlike the year that I was going to go as an aborted fetus, and I was just going to put on like swaddling and then try to find a way to like affix a coat hanger to my head and have fake blood everywhere. But I couldn't figure out the logistics of the coat hanger, so I just bought all black pajamas, similar to what I'm wearing right now when I go to karate. And I just took a piece of felt and wrote cancer on it and pinned it to the chest. And then I went to a party and people were like, I don't get it. Like, are you enjoying that cigarette? Yeah, why? Gotcha. Yay! Or, hey, how's that cell phone going? You don't feel any tumors growing in your head, do you? Bzz, gotcha. Which is funny till somebody brought up that they knew someone with cancer. And I was like, you guys suck the fun out of everything.
But even cancer kids make fun of cancers. Cancers!
Speaking of sucking the fun out of things, we've reached the point in the show when it's time to play a game.
And I always suck at them, therefore their fun has gotten sucked out.
Well, I wasn't going to go there with it. You will be playing the RPS Challenge.
Oh, then I can do that game.
Against Neil.
Is he going to pop out of the trunk? Is he like...
He's behind the desk right now. He's been trying to hold his laughter, and that fart you thought was me was actually him. He's found a way to throw his farts. I hope this pen works.
He tapped your leg like, dude, guess what? I got a fart. That was his cue.
He reached around the desk and tapped me on the foot, and it didn't mean that he wanted to have gay sex in an airport bathroom.
He just did a reach around on you.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Blumpkin and Friends proudly brings to you the Rock, Paper, Scissors Intercontinental Championship Challenge Championship of the World! So, we've got a G for Graeme and an N for Neil. The following contest is set for one fall.
One fall, but it's...
God, you're supposed to answer back one fall, like at the show. Fuck it. And is an RPS Intercontinental non-title match. You totally fucked it. Against Neil, who sucks at everything, versus Graeme, formerly of ITradio.
Who half the time sucks at his own fucking game.
That's fine. It's fine.
Because I fucking created it.
Rock, paper, scissors, 5 hands. Hopefully it doesn't go into overtime. Hopefully this gets over good and fast. Hand number 1.
Paper.
You went. Paper. Neil went. Paper. No point.
Damn it.
Hand number 2.
Paper.
You went. Paper. Neil went. Scissors.
Fuck.
That's only 1 point. Don't worry. You've got an opportunity to fuck up 3 more times.
That works.
Hand number 3.
Paper.
You went. Paper. He went. Paper.
Fuck.
I think you should try to score some points. Is my suggestion to you. Because we're already at hand number 4.
Let's do... Yeah, but if it's best out of 5, he already won. No, we already tied. Never mind.
No. God, you're bad at this and math.
I can't count.
Wisconsin public schools,
You took off my watch. I can't do my fucking calculator.
Yeah.
I can do tips on it now.
Hand number 4.
Scissors.
Skizzles.
He threw a rock.
He threw a rock. Oh, that's a good prediction. You lose. Hand number 5.
Rock.
You threw a rock. He threw a rock.
Fuck.
You got straight up shut out. 3 ties and 2 flops.
You lose.
That's nice.
So everybody have a safe and happy Halloween and have a fun spooky boo and pull pranks and ding dong ditch and dress up as ghosts, but not ghosts with pointy heads because that could get misconstrued. And if you're going to throw banana peels at people, make sure that it's a gorilla costume and not just a really, really black guy, because that might get you into trouble.
And if you do, just yell Doya rules.
And then shit into a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Interact with the show on Twitter at Blumpkin Show. That is at Blumpkin Show. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Blumpkin and Friends. We are on iTunes and on Podbean at blumpkinshow.podbean.com. Go to soundcloud.com/BlumpkinMusic for original songs, or go to soundcloud.com/Graeme vs. Graeme for his original songs. There's not many on there that are new.
No.
And for similar shows on the same network, go to infirmary.org for Infirmary Media Podcasts. I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
I'm Graeme.
Good night.
Mayhem in the streets, all tricks and no treats, mischief through and through, tactics tried and true.
Happy motherfucking Halloween. It's finally time for me to quench my thirst for me. Rain of terror on the neighborhood with jokey fun that'll make the little kiddies cry, scream, and run. You look real sharp in your brand new costume, but I'm hiding in the bushes, then I'm egging you. Spray chalk graffiti of dicks and boobs, filling up jack-o'-lanterns with a dirty deuce. Empty repackaged wrappers in the goodie bowl, leaving frowns on their faces and their spirits broke. Mine feel the dog turd spread across the grass, trucking up and down the street, spreading the smell of ass. Thought you'd have yourself a night of festive glee, but that was before you came face to face with me. The least of your worries, black cats crossing your path. Trick or treat, motherfucker, it's the aftermath.
Mayhem in the streets, all tricks and no treats, mischief through and through, tactics tried and true.
Hazy sky and a creepy moon, witches, mummies, ghosts and ghouls, decorations on the houses and in the yards, people waiting on the doorsteps with candy bars. Not me, I'm running around raising hell, stringing up all the trees with cotton nail, steady carving pentagrams into the bark and soaping the windows of unattended cars, leaving dead squirrels on the welcome mats, wiping boogers on the door is what you think of that, lobbing rotten apple cores at the people I see, going to the nth degree on my bad deed spree. Yummy treats is what you're probably after, but I'm only handing out harvest time disaster, jogging by and slapping all the hot moms in the ass. If you in my vicinity, you getting harassed.
Mayhem in the streets, all tricks and no treats, mischief through and through, tactics tried and true.
I turn my shed into a haunted house. Kids go in and then they scream and shout. Big hole in the floor over a pit of mud. Going home in tears and looking like a doo-doo butt. Scarecrow in a lawn chair missing a nose, with pig's blood smeared all over his clothes. Fog machine with a tank half full with piss. Catch a whiff of the stink in the midnight mist. Got a table on the side, sign saying enjoy, with special surprises for all the girls and boys. Toothpaste frosted, Rice crispy snacks, Hawaiian punch cups spiked with Miralax, a little fluoride crunch for your oral health, and in about 20 minutes you'll be shitting yourself. No length I won't go to for a practical joke. It's Sam Hain, you little bitch, and I'm going for broke.
Mayhem in the streets, all tricks and no treats, mischief through and through, tactics tried